Good morning. It's time for Two Guys on Sports. I'm Larry Hazer.
I'm Dick Olson. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, Dick. And, we were just talking before we went on here about the track and field results. Well, they take time to filter through those things.
Yeah, these regionals have to take a lot of that. And there's a reason there's only about 6 or 7 schools that are regional, I think. But
They must take a long
goodness,
time.
my goodness, yeah.
Two Guys on Sports brought to us by All Motor Performance, Opelt Avenue, Neillsville, Braun Concrete and Excavating, Chili Implement, and Jeff Holthaus, your State Farm agent. And, just a few of the Pittsville is where a lot of the area teams were at on Tuesday.
Yeah, the big surprising result to me at Pittsville, Loyal, was the New Lisbon boys winning that. That was over Auburndale and Neillsville, and their girls finished third. But, I was kind of shocked at that one. I thought Auburndale, Neillsville would probably dominate over there, but New Lisbon coming through. So.
And you look at some of the results and you wonder how Auburndale and Neillsville did finish second and third.
Yeah, because, with Auburndale, you had Trevor Throwbridge winning both the 110 and 330 hurdles. You had the Nagel brothers in the shot put and the discus.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Logan Nagel is pretty good. He's no Chris Marcel, but 161 in the discus and 51.4 in the shot. He's pretty legit, probably number 2 in this area.
Yeah, right. Yep. Neillsville had a number of athletes moving on to the sectional, by the way, which will be Friday at Bangor.
Yep.
And let's see, we'll run down the list of Neillsville athletes. Hunter Schultz in the 3,200 meter, the 4x100 meter relay, the 4x200 and 4x400 meter relays, both advanced. I know that some of the guys were talking. Like Mike Isabel, I don't think got into the high jump or any of those.
No.
They were concentrating on these relays.
And that's where they shined. Yeah. And Micah stayed away from like the 200 and things like that.
They were concentrating on those relays, and it worked.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to the sectionals.
Yeah, and I think they look at that too, Larry, as their best chance to advance lacrosse in the long run. Too,
right.
Yeah.
Marcus Luchterhan advances in the shot put. A couple of guys in the pole vault, Zion Jones and Lucas Strangfeld.
Yeah, those guys are really coming along. Lucas, I hadn't seen him up there all year, and now he's going to sectionals. So
Bryce Deegan, no surprise there in the long jump and triple jump.
Long jump and triple jump.
Yeah, 400 too. Yeah.
And
Colin Knopf of Neillsville in the triple jump. And on the girls' side, you mentioned Addison Wolf.
Yeah, Addison first in the 100, 200, 400, and second in the high jump. And you wonder how Loyal won that championship. But, that's 38 points right there.
Right, yeah.
Right, out of one, But Loyal, a lot of depth, though, too. Kenley Allman won the 800. Kennedy Luchterhan was second in the shot put and the discus. And Loyal also in the 4x100, 4x400 relay. Neillsville, nice representation there, too, though. Layla Walk first in the pole vault. Kyla Walk first in the long jump. She also qualified in the triple jump. Braylee Opelt also qualifying in the long jump. Eden Marg in the high jump. Neillsville with the 4x100 and 4x200 relays, which they have just been fantastic all season.
Yep.
Braylon Anding in the 1600. Bryn Heck first in the triple jump, and she also qualifies in the 200 meters. So
a lot of qualifiers from our area. Yeah. Taylor Smith qualified in the hurdles, the 100 and in the 300 meter hurdles.
Yes.
So a lot of good representation for the boys and girls from Neillsville and Loyal, and a lot of area
Auburndale
schools.
Too, so,
Columbus Catholic.
But
when you get to the sectionals, it's a little different.
And especially going to that Bangor sectional.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot of kids you haven't seen all year.
Right.
I mean, you're going to from the western part of the state and some more southern part.
Right.
So, they're going to be running against kids they haven't run against all year. So
and it's top 3, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
So a little different.
Little different
when you get to sections.
And not a big turnaround time either. I mean, they're going Friday again.
Also, the big regional involving some area teams over in Stratford.
Yeah.
In Division 3. And
how about Xander's Whistling?
Wow, that guy is
100, 200, 400. Wow. Just like a dance step. 1, 2, 4.
Yeah.
But
he's dominated in those areas all year.
Yeah, he gets my vote definitely for the fastest kid in the area.
Yeah.
I think on the boys' side anyway. So, but one thing I wanted to mention, you could always over the years, Larry, the Stratford Marathon and Edgar teams have just dominated in relays.
Yes.
And they won all of them.
Yes,
I think they share them. Stratford had the 4x100, Marathon the 4x200, Edgar the 4x400, and the 4x800, just dominating. Marathon had Garrett Bracewell first in both hurdles, the 110 and 300, and then, of course, Chris Marcel in the shot put 63.10 yesterday and 205 in the discus. So
63's down a little bit.
yeah,
for him.
yeah. Well, kind of an off weekend, with graduation and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So he's just getting ready.
Yeah, it's getting warmed up.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it'll be interesting with him.
but those guys, this team goes. Well, the marathon does the sectional here. Stratford boys were first. Marathon girls second. First. Marathon girls were first. Excuse me. So.
All right, so that was that marathon. Rosholt had their regional, and Bella Thomas
Yeah,
continues to
Another
shine.
one with 100, 200, 400. So
From Assumption, and Lucy Dolan of Assumption
Lucy has
in
been
the
tough.
distance.
Yeah, been tough all year.
800, 1600, and 3200.
Yeah, she hadn't been running the 3200 much, but boy, that's a tough battle there, and all three of them.
I don't know how long they get in between those.
I don't know.
but
Yeah, at state it's probably run out opposite days,
I would hope.
but one day
That's a lot of
that's
running.
3.5 miles.
Well, that's a cross country
I
course,
guess
I
so.
guess.
I
don't know.
But anyway, Assumption goes to the Hilbert sectional
Yes.
on Friday. So.
And that's over by Green Bay, isn't
Yes,
it?
yep. Yeah, it's on the way. We drove through it on the way to
That's right.
wherever we went last year.
That's right, for football. Yes, I remember that now, yes. A couple of individuals from Colby advancing
Yeah.
on to sectionals.
Yeah, Roland Hupper-Dietzel in the high jump, in the boys' high jump and the long jump. Dalen Reich, who's just been fantastic
Yeah.
all year for them in the women's shot put and discus, and Anna Marie Schmidt, another double distancer, 1600 and 3200, and she has been strong all
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And that D2 sectional is at Rice Lake, Larry. So
And that would be another tough one.
Oh, yeah, because you're going to start seeing teams from the big rivers and things like that, and of course St. Croix Falls, St. Croix Central, all them. That's very tough there. So.
Yep.
Larry, we don't have any results, but the D1 teams from our area will be at DC Everest for a sectional
Yes.
on Friday. So
I don't think they got their regional in.
Yeah,
I might have to continue that.
I'm guessing that rain probably.
Yeah.
And same thing with the regional cadet was in D2, in D3, excuse me.
Yeah, because they didn't
So-
get any results from
Yeah, so-
from those. All right, continuing here on Two Guys on Sports. Boys golf had their regionals as well yesterday. The top 4 teams and the top 4 individuals not on the teams advanced to sectionals, and Neilsville advances.
How about, this is a great story, Larry. Last year they had an individual champion in state individual champion Tucker Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now this year a new coach, a freshman, 2 juniors, a sophomore, and a senior. They go third at the regional. So, and also pretty much was the Eastern Clover Belt champions. So,
Right.
But it's just remarkable how these 5 guys have stuck pretty much close together.
In the scoring. Yeah.
Cody Hart had 88 yesterday to lead, but Landon Rakestraw 91, Braden Mortensen 91, Colton Hanisch 93, and Brady Berg 95. So,
Yeah.
and that's the reason I think they do so well as a team. So,
Yeah, because they're always right there next to
Yep,
each other.
yep,
and-
yeah, they didn't. Nobody had much for Cadet yesterday. Cadet, of course, playing on their home course too.
Right.
So, but Cadet wins it with 332. Colfax 358. Neilsville 363. Individually, Jack Wendler from Owen Withy qualifies for sectionals with an 85, and Carson Bremer, the senior from Loyal, qualifies with a 94. So,
Good for him.
Yep.
Good for him. Also advancing on to sectionals from our area, Marathon and Newman Catholic advances teams, and Jack Kolbeck of Columbus Catholic.
Yeah, Jack had a 94 at the Marathon Regional yesterday. So.
And Bloomer and Black River Falls advance as well. To,
Boy, I tell you what,
sections.
Bloomer a 304. Oh boy,
Yeah.
yeah, that was down at GAT. So, and their sectional is at Spooner next Tuesday, I believe.
Yep.
The D3 sectional from this area is up at Winter, Larry, on the Big Fish Golf Course.
I've never even heard of that one.
Winter?
Yeah. Well, I've heard of Winter, but I mean the Big
Yeah,
Fish
Fish
Golf
Golf
Course.
Course.
I don't think I've ever heard.
I figured it's probably close to Hayward.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't know Winter had a golf course.
Yeah, it's not that
was the
big.
next thing. Yeah, it's not a big school. So,
No.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the D2 schools will be going to Spooner for their sectional.
And that is Wednesday, by the
Wednesday.
way.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yep. And then in D1, DC Everest wins their own regional over Rapids and Spash and East. All 4 of those schools qualify. And second,
Can't you ready? Can't you ready?
From Marshfield shot a 75, and he will go on to regionals.
He's been golfing well all year.
75. Wow.
I would take that any day.
And he will, and the D1 teams will be at River's Edge.
Yeah,
for their-
River Edge.
so-
And that is Tuesday as well, next
Yes,
week
yep.
for that one. All right, now we switch to girls softball as they had their regional semifinals on Tuesday, and a number of area teams
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah,
And,
we'll start off with
yeah,
D5. Pittsville moving on, and they will face Columbus Catholic in a regional final today in Marshfield. And Assumption also moving on, and they will travel down to Almond Bancroft. And Almond Bancroft, of course, a state qualifier last year, so pretty tough.
Actually,
Might
I think Columbus Catholic has Wild Rose.
Oh, okay.
Wild Rose beat Pittsville.
Oh, okay. Other way
3-1.
around.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's all right.
So, okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, Wild Rose. Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, in D4, Auburndale will host Crivets in a regional final.
Okay.
Aliva Strum is at McDonald, and Edgar is traveling to Marathon for a championship.
You know, it's interesting. Some of these schools got to travel about 2
Yeah,
hours,
yeah.
and then Edgar plays marathon.
Yeah, well, okay, is that really fair? You know, okay, Edgar goes to Marathon, Auburndale's got to go to Crivets.
Yeah. Or Crivets
Or
to
Crivets
Auburndale.
coming to
Whichever
Auburndale.
way, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter, but
Yeah, so
it's
anyway.
interesting how some of those line up like
so,
that.
Then in D3, Bloomer is at Stanley Boyd. Stanley Boyd, of course, knocking out Nielsville Granton the other night, and had been highly ranked team all season. And then Fall Creek, you know, always a great program, but not quite up to their standards this year. They are traveling to Prescott. So
But they did knock off Arcadia.
yes, they did. And I'll tell you what, Coach Sharansky, I think he spends all season building a team just for a postseason run. So
Yeah.
we will see.
Yeah.
Prescott will be a tough out there, but now I would not be surprised to see them win that game either. So
I was really surprised Amherst beat Stratford.
yes,
5-3.
absolutely. Yeah, that was the biggest one. So
Also, Marshfield
Yeah.
moves on. They beat
Yeah.
Sparta 12-1.
yeah, get to travel to Hudson today.
They never have an easy road
No,
in Division
that's-
One. Never have an easy
Well,
road.
that's just the way that works. Yes,
Yeah.
with D1, either they're in the valley or over there in the big rivers. So,
Yep.
So,
Yep. All right, so that's girls softball and those regional finals being played today,
Yep.
as well as the first round of the baseball regionals.
Yeah, we will start with some D4 games today, Larry. Plum City Elmwood is at let's see, Clear Lake is at Plum City Elmwood, and the winner comes to Loyal on Tuesday.
Okay. All right.
Port Edwards is at Tigerton. The winner of that game gets Marshall Columbus. Gresham versus Assumption. The winner is at Iola. Northern Lutheran at Athens and Spencer at Roshold. Those winners of those two games will play on Tuesday.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Edgar, I forget who they are playing.
They are hosting Marion.
Marion. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And the winner goes to Pittsville. And then Elko is at St. Thomas. And the winner of that one goes to Rib Lake.
Okay.
So, indeed.
Yeah, Rib Lake got a number one seed.
Yes, they did. Yep.
Yeah, coming out of that.
They were a good team last year. They got knocked out by Edgar in the sectionals last year. They beat Loyal at home last year.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
so
I remember.
pretty
Yeah.
quality team there.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
So then we turn to D3, and of course Nielsville Granton is over at Durand, Arkansas today. Stanley Boyd is at Melrose Mindoro, and the winners for those two games will face each other on Tuesday. So
Okay. And that Stanley Boy or that Nielsville Granton Durand Arkansas game on 92.7 WPKG,
Yep.
5:00 today.
Yep. And then Osseo Fairchild is at Chippewa Falls McDonald. The winner goes to Fall Creek on Tuesday. Thorpe and Withy is at Prescott, and Whitehall is at Mondovi. And the winners of those two games play on Tuesday. Cadott, who we just seen the other night, is at Regis, and the winner of that gets to go to Elk Mound. So pretty good hitting Cadott team, but
Elk Mound's pretty
Elk
good
Mound,
too.
Elk Mound is tough.
Yes.
It just the fact right there. So
Yeah.
Shiacton is at St. Mary's Catholic. The winner goes to Marathon. Nakusa at Elmhurst and Menominee Nation at Pacelli. Those two winners play on Tuesday, and then Crandon at Tomahawk with the winner coming to Stratford on Tuesday. So in D3,
Stratford is tough.
Stratford is very good.
They're on a they're on a kind of a winning streak right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Big one.
Yeah, they are, and they are kind of on a mission.
I think so.
I think that they've been planning for this year for a long time with guys like the big first baseman.
Yeah,
and,
Drew Gage.
and then the pitching they have, and
Yeah.
then Mr. Orman out in the outfield.
Yeah,
And so
they've
they are
got-
just loaded.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we saw them during the year
yeah,
against
they're a good
Neilsville
ball
Branch.
club, and it's
Yeah.
going to take something to knock them off. So
Yes,
so.
it will.
In D2, Larry Bloomer is at Ashland. Winner goes to Rhinelander. Black River Falls at GET. The winner plays the winner of Lacrosse Logan and Mauston. Abbey Colby at Mosinee. The winner plays the winner of Anigo at Medford in
Okay.
D2. D1, New Richmond is at Wisconsin Rapids. Winner plays at Hudson. Wausau West at River Falls. Superior at Eau Claire North. The winners play on Tuesday. Marshfield is at Menominee. And by the way, these D1 games are Tuesday. They
Yeah.
are not today.
They do not play on.
Marshfield is at Menominee. The winner goes to Chi High for the regional. And then Wausau East at Spash and Eau Claire Memorial at DC Everest. And the winners of those two games play in D1. And those games, like I said, are on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Woo.
My goodness. There's not a shortage at this time of year of
Yeah.
things to talk about. Two Guys on Sports brought to us by All Motor Performance of Neilsville, Braun Concrete and Excavating, Chili Implement, and Jeff Holthouse, State Farm Agent. And before we get into more, let's go with where are they now?
Okay, we are going up to Marathon High School area, and we're going to talk about Brad Stieber. Brad is a 2011 graduate of Marathon High School. In the fall, Brad was a 3-year letter winner on the Red Raider football team. His sophomore year, Marathon was 5-5, qualifying for the WI D5 playoffs, where they lost in Level 1 to Niagara Goodman Pembine. Brad had 3 receptions for 23 yards on the season. His junior year, Marathon was 9-2, qualifying for the WIA D5 playoffs, where they lost in Level 2 to Arcadia. Brad had 12 receptions for 114 yards and 1 touchdown on the season. His senior year, Marathon was 4-5 on the season. Brad had 9 receptions for 87 yards and 1 touchdown on the season. In the winter, Brad was a 2-year letter winner on the Marathon basketball team. His junior year, the Red Raiders were 26-1. They were Merwood South and regional champs, losing in the sectional finals to Brillion 66-63. Brad averaged 3 points per game. His senior year, Marathon was 27-1. They were co-champs in the Merwood regional and sectional champs, qualifying for the WI D4 state tournament, where they defeated Ootsburg 68-50 in the semis. Brad had 2 points in that game. In the finals, Marathon would defeat Grantsburg 52-43 to win the D4 state championship. For the season that year, Brad averaged 3 points per game. In the spring, Brad was a 4-year letter winner on the Marathon golf team. His freshman year, Brad shot an 86 at the regional and to be an individual sectional qualifier. At the D3 sectional, he shot a 91 but didn't qualify. His sophomore year, Marathon qualified for the sectionals as a team, where they finished 4th as a team. Brad led the way for the Red Raiders, shooting an 86. His junior year, he finished 2nd at the D3 sectional, qualifying for the WIA D3 individual state tournament, where he finished 9th, shooting 165 for the 2-day tournament. That year, he was named Team MVP and was first team all-conference. His senior year, he was conference, regional, and sectional champion, qualifying for the WIA D3 state tournament, where he shot a 157 to finish 4th, 6 strokes behind the champion. For the season, he was all-conference, first team, and team MVP. After graduation, Brad accepted a scholarship to play golf at NCAA D2 St. Cloud State. His freshman year, he averaged 81.3 per round with a low round of 76 and a low 2-round score of 156. His sophomore year, he averaged 80.4 strokes per round with a best round of 73 on the season. He was named to the first team all-academic all-conference team in the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference. His junior year, he averaged 80.1 strokes per round with a low score of 75 on the season. He was again named to the first team all-academic all-conference team. His senior year, he averaged 79.3 strokes per round with a career low 70. He was second team all-conference and first team all-academic. Brad graduated from St. Cloud State in 2015 with a bachelor's degree in mathematics and statistical economics. He then earned his master's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison in statistics in 2017. Today, Brad is employed by the University of Wisconsin as a data scientist in the School of Computer Data and Information Sciences. Brad and his wife, Marissa, reside in Madison. Brad Stieber, Larry.
Wow. Good golfer.
Yeah, and a data science to boot.
Yeah. Yeah, and a smart guy.
Yes, absolutely.
Very smart guy.
Wow.
All right, where are they now here on Two Guys on Sports on this, final show of the month of May,
Yes.
heading into June Dairy Month
Yeah,
next
oh,
week.
man. Yeah, Monday.
Wow. Time flies, I guess. We got one thing here, getting back to high school. Students from across the state are getting ready to participate in the Wisconsin State High School Clay Target League state tournaments. They're going to be going on next weekend, June 6th and 7th in Nakusa for the trap shooting. The skeet event will be at Sauk Prairie Trap and Skeet in Prairie du Sac.
Okay.
That's actually this Saturday.
Okay.
But the trap shooting, which is the bigger one with more schools and more athletes,
that's
is next
what you
week.
have here in Nilsville.
Yep.
Yep.
Not the skeet.
Yeah, they believe not sure what Thursday nights that they would shoot out at the trap club.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what night.
I don't know exactly.
There's over 3,500 student athletes and 141 high schools participating.
Yeah, it's really growing fast because it was less than 5 years ago that's really kicked in.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
So.
All right, so there you go with that. The NCAA softball tournament gets underway. It's actually underway getting underway this morning with Mississippi State and Texas Tech. Tennessee will take on Texas, Arkansas against Nebraska, and UCLA takes on interesting number 1 seed Alabama.
Yeah, that should be pretty good because UCLA
is always usually pretty good.
And they score a lot of runs. They knocked the Badgers out of the Big Ten tournament, and I think the one girl had 3 home runs in that game.
Yeah. It's kind of different not to see Oklahoma.
Yes. Yeah, that
involved in
that was a dynasty there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not see involved. Ooh, yeah, different. So
yeah. So Alabama is actually the number 1 seed, and Texas is number 2 in that.
Nebraska, the Big Ten champion, in there. Somebody not to be overlooked either. So.
Right. Yeah. So that's all getting underway at Oklahoma City.
Yep.
The Women's College World Series, and the men will get underway tomorrow with regional action.
Regionals.
And the journey to Omaha, Nebraska begins tomorrow.
Yeah, long-time site of the College World Series, Omaha, Rosenblatt Stadium. So,
Well, that's what it's called, huh?
yes, I believe so.
Okay, all right. There was an interesting baseball game yesterday. The Brewers were no hit. There was a lot of alerts going on.
I said
no hit alerts.
Larry, I said watching that game, they didn't hit a ball hard for really. Dustin May had a sweeper going, and I think he struck out a career high. And the Brewers really did not make a lot of contact. And for the first 7 innings, let's see, somebody got on because of catcher's interference. Sal Fraley, of course.
Yes.
5th time this year he's reached out catcher's
Really?
interference. Yes, he leads the league.
Yeah, I would think he would,
Jake Bowers was hit by a pitch earlier. So
Okay.
But Mitchell came out and led off the 8th with a double, and then Ranfico had a bunt single, and then they got down to 2 outs because they on a 1st and 3rd they got the runner at 2nd, but the runner didn't advance, and then Vaughn struck out, and then Christian Yelich comes up with the RBI single to tie it, and then on a ball that Jackson Churio hit, Mason Wynn made an error to let the winning run in. So
wow, unbelievable.
And Trevor McGill finishes the 9th, but Aaron Ashby gets another win out of the bullpen. I believe he's 8-0 now.
No, he's 9-0 now.
9-0 now.
9-0. Wow, he got another win.
Yeah. Patrick started. He pitched 4, and then Drohan pitched 2, and Ashby pitched 2, and McGill gets a save in the 9th. So
Ashby's got to have the lowest amount of innings for 9 wins.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And he probably leads the league in wins. Nine wins.
Oh, yeah. He was still leading with 8 wins.
Yeah.
Now he's got 9.
But, that's great for the Brewers. But what you got to talk about this pitching staff with Mizorowski and Harrison.
Yeah.
They've just been unbelievable, Larry. Miz the other night, 96 pitches, 57 of them over 100 miles an hour. And just the way he has harnessed his control, and, 96 pitches, you should not get him through 5 innings.
Right.
And now he's getting 6-7 innings out of it and really taking a lot of stress off the bullpen. And Harrison, after his start the other night, he has the best ERA for a starting pitcher in the first 10 games with the Brewers at 1.57. He passes C.C. Sabathia, who was in 2008. In his first 10 games, he was 1.59. So,
oh, wow.
So Harrison, that trade that they made for him is looking pretty good. So,
yeah, he's 4-0 in his 5 starts in May.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
3 runs in 28 innings.
I believe he has and Mizorowski, I think, only allowed 1 run in the month of May. So they just a dynamic 1-2 punch right now, and hopefully you get Logan Henderson back.
Yeah, he's on the injured list now.
Because he was pitching well. There's talk Woodruff could be back sooner than later. Quinn Priester is a big question mark because wherever he's rehabbed, he's had control problems. So, and I don't think you need bringing that up to the major leagues right now.
Right.
But Coleman Crow will get the first start. Will start for them on Friday, and he's pitched 2 good starts for them up in the minors. So
yeah, he came up because Henderson is on the injured list.
Yep.
So the Brewers now 4.5 games ahead of St. Louis.
Yes, absolutely.
It wasn't that long ago. They were like 5 games
Well,
behind.
I said, it is completely flipped because Chicago,
used to be
by
on top.
percentage points, is on the bottom.
Yes, yes.
And the Brewers, I remember the Brewers being 5.5 behind the Cubs. Well, now they're 4.5 in front of for 5.5, whatever, But
yeah.
So it just, anyway, they go to Houston for a 3-game series this weekend, and then they are back at Milwaukee for a 4-game series with the San Francisco Giants next week.
Okay.
So,
All right. So doing well right now.
unbelievable. So,
Yeah.
So.
Talk about a no-name team. I mean, you got Yelich, maybe that people know.
Yeah,
but
and it's not the Yelich we first seen. I mean, he's still hitting the ball pretty good and stuff, but he's not going to hit 35 home runs.
No.
But right now they got him in the leadoff spot, and that seems to suit him pretty good. So,
okay. All right. NBA playoffs, the New York Knicks are going to be waiting to see who they play.
They're going to be well rested.
Yeah.
Because the West, Oklahoma City and San Antonio, they play Game 6 tonight. So,
yeah.
And there's a good chance that's going to go 7. So, but
yeah. How about the Knicks? Wow.
I didn't have a lot of faith in the Knicks before, and then they won their opening series, and then they got Philadelphia. Philadelphia had just come off a bruising 7-game series with
the Celtics.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, they saw them fine, but they went in and destroyed Cleveland. I mean, those games weren't even close. Larry.
Cleveland didn't look like the same team at all.
And it was the same players out there.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, that 4th game, I mean, it was just unbelievable. And maybe Cleveland had mailed it in by then, but boy, I'll tell you, the Knicks look for real, and that should be a good battle.
Yeah, and that 4th game was at Cleveland.
Yes, 3rd and 4th games.
And they got
routed,
throttled.
Yeah. But the finals are scheduled to start next Wednesday, June 3rd. So another 6 days off.
Don't they get to doesn't training camp start in a week after that?
Well, I think they usually have the draft the week after.
I don't know if I'd want to go to the NBA finals.
Yeah.
You don't get enough rest.
And then the league, it goes around because as soon as the draft goes, then they have that summer league out in Vegas.
Right.
And, so these teams don't get no rest at all because by the 1st of October, they're usually going to training camp. So.
Yeah. These teams that play back in the day when I didn't have it this late, but I mean the Bulls, how many championships in a row were they in?
But the way it is today, it's just hard to repeat because I think they have a lot of dead legs going into the new season. So
a lot of turnover.
Right, a lot of turnover.
Same with football too. The same thing.
Absolutely. So NHL, Las Vegas Golden Knights finished a 4-0 sweep of the Colorado Avalanche to make the Stanley Cup Finals, and they await the winner of Carolina and Montreal.
Yeah.
So
kind of the same names in there too.
Yes.
Seems like ever since Vegas got in there, they've been tough.
Yeah, Colorado too. That's always been a strong team. Carolina's kind of a new one, but they've been in there the last couple of years, and then of course the old guard, the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah. You don't see the Rangers. And
no
Flyers.
Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Maple Leafs.
Yeah,
you don't see
Chicago
those.
Blackhawks. So.
Sometimes they make the playoffs, but you don't see them up in the
and their
anymore.
playoffs are like the NBA's. Most of the teams get in, really.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you pay a lot of attention to it, but whatever.
All right, high school baseball coming up later on today. The tournament gets underway. Neilsville Granton traveling to Durand to take on Durand, Arkansas. Game time 5:00 on 92.7 WPKG. We'll see what happens.
Just want to thank Larry, everybody for the kind words and wishes for my family for the last week. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
You are welcome. You are most welcome. Glad to have you back here on our show. Two Guys on Sports. Yeah, I was thinking of something else, but it just slipped my mind. Two Guys on Sports brought to us each and every week by All Motor Performance, Braun Concrete and Excavating, Chili Implement, and Jeff Holthouse, State Farm Agent. I'm Larry Hazer.
I'm Dick Olson.
We'll talk to you next week.